It's good afternoon, everybody. Better late than never. Sorry for our late arrival, but not a bad way to start. We have got a big herd of buffalo lying by Gary Dam and the ever-present oxpeckers, lots of them on that female there, but you can see quite a few buff just enjoying this late afternoon warmth. A big boy in the front. My name is Ben. On camera, I've got Odie with me. We are out in Wendy, and yeah, this is pretty much the plan. No sign of the lions. I'm sure the Imbali lions are still close by, waiting for the cover of darkness. I feel a bit for these buffalo. They've been harassed over the last few days, but that's what lions do, and I'm sure the buffalo are used to it. But it must be pretty horrible knowing that every time the sun goes down, these annoying cats are going to start chasing you around, and there's a chance that one of you might not make it through the night. But nature is harsh. But these buffalo, as we've seen recently, are very well equipped to deal with lions, and it is still a risky proposition for a lion to take on a buffalo, as it is for a Land Rover to take on a buffalo, as Rusty discovered as well. The buffalo seem to be quite content here. We've had a few little grumbles and a few moos here and there, one or two more standing up than they were before, so I'm sure they're beginning to think about moving, probably just waiting for the heat to subside a little bit. Of course, the temperatures do drop quite quickly now that we're in winter, warm and rather sort of baking heat during the day, and then cools off very fast in the evenings. You see this one's got a little bit of a stain on its horn, and be careful where you rest your head. There's a nice big, oh there we go, that's probably how she ended up with the stain on her horn. There's a nice big bull here just to the left as well, look at him. You can see all that hair around the eyes. Saying before, they scratch a lot around the face on vegetation, and you can see where all the hair has been worn away. That's one of the reasons that the old boys do get a little bit grumpy. Lots of factors for their cantankerous and bad-tempered nature. All their hair's falling out for one thing. They're riddled with ticks and probably very, very itchy, particularly those ones that are on their own, of course. They are far more what's the word I want, far more susceptible to attack as well in smaller groups. So lots of stresses. They get sunburnt because of that lack of hair as well. So you can understand their nature.
Alright, so the Imbali Pride. The Imbali Pride is now just moving north. They are heading straight towards Buffelshoek. As you can see, the two females. And that's exactly what I thought, maybe actually last night already. They're either going to go north or they're going to go east into Torchwood. And it looks like their position is heading in a northerly direction. I'm just taking a look. Beautiful light on them. You there? Yeah. A big female coming now there with that scar on the left chest. You can see this female coming up, but she's beautiful, isn't she? I do apologize, there is a bush that's stuck to Rusty on my front part there, so yeah, unfortunately there is like the guarri bush, half a guarri bush that's stuck to the vehicle when we made our way out of the bush. But look at this, isn't this stunning? With a young male coming, another female, so the 4 females, 1 male here so far. I think we just need the other male and another female to complete the pride. That's going to be moving. So we're not going to be hanging around with them for much longer. I was really hoping they were going to go for those buffaloes, but they're going opposite direction. They're going straight into Buffelshoek. Oh, don't do it.
Right, looks like our plan worked perfectly. Look at how perfect this is. So this is the 2 lions that we saw this morning. It's a young female and a young male from the Ngati Pride. And there's a jackal approaching. There's a jackal approaching these lions. He's unaware of them. And it's not something a lion will prey on. But if there's an opportunity to take one out, they will. Because it is, in fact, goodness, let's just see what's going to happen here. She's crouching. It is another predator, even though they don't directly compete with lions. But they won't go out of their way. Maybe. Remember these 2 lions will eat anything at the moment that they can overpower. For a moment there I thought she might take some interest in that jackal, but she's lost it now. Constantly elephants around at the dam. Well, those bulls we were watching earlier are still around. But the whole herd now has arrived. They're more to the left through the tree line there. Another big bull arrived here on the dam wall. They just seem to spend a lot of time at the waterhole, drinking a lot of water. Now, even though the temperatures are not hot, remember the air itself is drier, so they do lose more water just by sheer breathing. And another reason why we might see this is, remember that now that we're into the dry season, it doesn't really rain anymore. So all the smaller puddles and streams around have dried up, and it's only the two large bodies of water, the two waterholes in Ndlovu Dam, which is the one where we are now in the central parts, and the one in the far northwest, the Leopard Dam, which still actually has substantial amount of water. And a good amount of water due to the heavy rains we had in February, but those are the main water bodies currently, and that is why it's attracting such a lot of elephants, and constantly so.
Some elephants have moved away, but some are still here. Oh, look at this one having a scratch on the other one's head. Why not? Is this little one chasing away the birds? Probably. Oh no, we're very well behaved. The lapwing is still intact. But we're just enjoying these ellies too much. We are having the coolest sighting of two male ostriches on the plains. It seems like one was chasing the other. There was a lot of feather display, a lot of running. But now it seems to have calmed down, and now it just looks like they're following one another. Because we had one male ostrich yesterday, and it was a fantastic sighting right next to the car, but here we have two. What are you guys up to? Look what it's doing with its feathers. I wonder if this is some sort of display. And the other one's really, oh, they're running again. Oh, here we go. So much displaying. Look at that one. He's about to disappear behind the tree. Let me just see if I can reverse a little bit, and it'll give us a better view. How's that, Avi? Ah, he's back on the ground again. This is amazing. Ostriches are territorial, so I'm wondering if this is a bit of a dispute here between two males.